we're going to jump down to verse 16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow. In conception, in sorrow, thou shalt bring forth children. And that's one of the main reasons, because when you check it out, before this happened, when women gave childbirth, they didn't have pains. Now, women have pains delivering children, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So now it says, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. That's why they have the morning sickness. Okay, this is why all women have these things. Morning sickness, throwing up. When they go into labor, what's happening? That pain, that 24-hour labor, sometimes 10-hour labors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's now a hard thing with women. That's why a lot of women now, they'd rather get C-sections, which I think is ridiculous. But they don't like to have to go through those pains of bearing a child. And it says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So now what happened? The Most High has what? Adam ruling over Eve. This is when the order is being established, right here and then. Adam's now ruling over her, okay? And not as a tyrant, not as a lion in his house. Like the scripture says, a man not supposed to be a lion in his house. But order is being established here. So you can really understand. Okay, so I'm going to go back to 1 Corinthians 11th chapter. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man. Why is that? That was set up from the time of Adam. That's law. That's the Most High. That's the Most High's commandment. Thus saith the Lord. It says, and the head of Christ is the Most High. So there's order. You have the Most High, Christ, man, and woman. And in turn, the woman, they teach the younger woman and the children. That's the woman's job. You're not to assert authority in the churches. Okay? Men are supposed to assert authority. But in these churches, a lot of these churches, you know why the woman run the show? The woman run the show because the man, his mind isn't on God. On Sundays, in the wintertime, his mind is on a football game. Or the basketball game. Or whatever games they're watching. The man's not on his mind is not on the Most High. His mind's not on Yahushua. That's why a lot of things go on in the churches. Okay? So from there, we're gonna go to 1 Corinthians. We're gonna stay in Corinthians. We're gonna go into the 14th chapter. So this is 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter. In the 33rd verse, it says, for Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. So the Most High, he's not the author of confusion. He set up the order. And Paul put the order in his letter to Corinth. When you read 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, the order's been established since the beginning. It's the Most High, Yahushua, man, woman. That's how it is. Okay, so now, let's read this. It says, let your woman keep silence in the churches. So the black woman, the Hispanic woman, when you're in these churches, you're to keep silent. Okay? But that's not going to happen because in this society, the woman has the power. The black woman has the power, but we're here to let you know you really have no power. Because if a woman is a pastor or if a woman's claiming to be a priest of the Most High, that's off. Because you weren't a priest of the Most High in the past. Or, you won't be a priest of the Most High in the present, and you surely won't be a priest of the Most High in the future. And we have this, we're bringing out the scriptures now to prove it. And this is not to bash our women, but this is just to uplift our men and get them back in order, and uplift our women and put them back in their places. And some women say, oh, that's changed. When did it never changed? The Lord said, I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob shall not be consumed. The Most High didn't change the order. Men have to step up. And women have to get in their place. But women won't get in their place till the black man steps up and gets a backbone. Okay? So it says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. So now if a woman wants to ask a question, this doesn't matter what asking a question, but if you're causing confusion in the churches, or if a woman has a husband, she can just ask her husband a question at home. But if a woman's a single woman, if she doesn't want to cause confusion in the churches, just wait till after and ask her brother on the side. Ask the teacher on the side. But you're not supposed to be usurping authority over the man. You're not supposed to be trying to run the flock of men. The Most High's flock is of men, not of women. You have like Shirley Caesar. You have all these women that are trying to become pastors. So it says, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. So women, they shouldn't have that. They shouldn't have that loud, boisterous voice like how they want to have. That's wickedness. And if a man's allowing his woman to do that, then he has to get himself in order. Okay, because the Most High, he didn't set it up like that. And this is the reason why. Okay? And I'm going to read, this is 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, in the 9th verse. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. What's the modest apparel? Women should be wearing like modest things, not these ridiculous outfits some women wear in these churches. Okay, modest means a humbling type of apparel, something that doesn't attract too much attention. Okay, it says, oh, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, with a humble spirit, not with broided hair or gold, pearls, or costly array, not with all of the braids and all of the like how you see some women, they have all these different multicolors in their hair, having these Patti LaBelle hairstyles with spikes and all that. That's not becomely of a woman of the Most High. Okay, that's not becomely at all. It's supposed to be modest. Okay, it says, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. Okay, it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. So the woman should be learning in silence and in all subjection in these churches. But it's not happening. But in the kingdom of heaven, it definitely will happen. And in order for order to be restored, men are going to have to step up and women have to get in their place. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So a woman has no reason trying to usurp authority over any man when it comes in regarding these scriptures or anything in general, because this is the book of life. Men have to get in order. Okay? There's no reason why your woman should be running your household. But they do. Because the man doesn't want to get in order. But the Most High is forcing brothers to get in order now. Okay? Either you're going to follow his ways, or guess what? There's going to be a fiery judgment at the end. Okay? And it says, but I suffer a woman not to teach nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. See, the Most High, he gave Adam that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding first. Then he gave it to Eve. Okay, he didn't give it to Eve first and Adam. The Most High dealt with Adam first. Adam was his prophet, not Eve. Eve was a helpmate. She was his support. But Adam was the prophet. And when you read throughout history, Adam was a prophet. Adam prophesied the earth would be destroyed by water and by fire. That's what he did. Okay, so Eve was just what? His support, his helpmate. Made sure that he had his house was in order, as far as, you know, the house was clean, food was on the table, the kids were fed. That was her job. Teaching the children, that was her job. Not to go out there and teach the people. That wasn't her job. That was Adam's job. And it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Verse 14, 2 Timothy 2, verse 14. It says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. So the woman, which was Eve, she was the one that was deceived first. She was the one that transgressed. Now don't get me wrong, because Adam, he should have straightened that out. He followed suit. But the Most High said, listen, the woman is the one that was deceived. She transgressed first. And because she transgressed, the man bears rule over her. Because she was only created to be a helpmate. Okay, she was not created to run these churches. So a lot of these women who think that they are apostles and pastors and priests of the Most High, that's not so. That's not so now. That wasn't so in the past, and that won't be so in the kingdom. And it says, verse 15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So now all the woman has to do is continue in the faith, and it's not asked a lot of the woman. Just to maintain the order of the household, teach the children, the younger woman. Okay? And if you do that, then you'll be saved for what? Childbearing. Because that's what your job is to do, to bear our children. To take care of our children. Okay? That's the job of a woman. But you know what? I can understand to a degree why certain women have to do what they have to do. Because why? The so-called black man's not in order. So that's why we're telling these black men, look, come back and take your households back. Okay? Come back to the Most High. Follow His ways. Follow His laws, statutes, and commandments. Repent and change your ways. Because time is short. And in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to be the rulers of the kingdom of heaven. You're going to be the true priests and kings of heaven, of the kingdom of heaven. Not the woman. She's going to follow you. Okay, and the only way for her to follow you, you have to get back in order. And for all you sisters out there that think you're teachers, that think you're priests, and you're prophets and apostles of the Most High, no, you're not. You're really not. Okay? Because the Most High, in the past, in His present time now, He has His prophets out there, and in the future, His priests and prophets will be more. We won't need prophets in the kingdom, but His priests of the Most High will be men. To prove that, go to Revelations. Revelations, the 21st chapter, and the first verse. And it says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and earth were passed away." So this is John on the island of Patmos, the same John who was the beloved of Yahushua, who wrote the book of St. John, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. It's the same John, John the Revelator. Okay, so now he's seeing this vision of what? A new heaven and a new earth, because the first was passed away. So this kingdom right here, America, and everything that's ruling in this kingdom was passed away. It was destroyed. So the new heaven and the new earth, he's seeing. Okay, and it says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John," and the sea represented the people, because the people were what? Being destroyed. Okay? And it says, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, come down out of heaven." So the kingdom of heaven, Jerusalem, will literally come down. And when you read it in the later chapters of the 21st chapter of Revelation, it's going to tell you that it's going to be paved in gold. Okay? And all types of precious stones are going to be used to build up the city of Jerusalem. So the Most High is actually going to have that city prepared for us. And it's going to be paved in. So it's 1,500 miles, square miles of gold and precious jewels of the city of Jerusalem. The temple is going to be rebuilt and everything. The Most High is doing it. It's already waiting for us. Once everything hits, He's just going to bring it down for us. That's how it's going to be. And it says, "And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband." And it's like I said, it's prepared already. As a bride is adorned for her husband, and she's prepared, and he's waiting for her. Same thing. Jerusalem's prepared for us. That New Jerusalem, that holy city, is waiting for us. We just have to get in order. "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men." So the tabernacle of the Most High. Now, if you check it out, if you know about the tabernacle, what's in the tabernacle? The Ark of the Covenant, the altar of incense, the altar, okay, where the sacrifices go, the table of the showbread. All these things are in the tabernacle, right? These things only men can deal with, not women, and only certain men can deal with, which was the sons of Levi, the sons of Aaron. So it says, the tabernacle of God, or the Most High, is with men, and He will dwell with them, and they shall be His people, and God Himself shall be with them, and be their God. So even in the kingdom of heaven, it tells you what? The tabernacle of the Most High is with men. Now the reason why a lot of you women have power in the society today is it's going back into from the time of Eve. She was shown things. Okay? The so-called black and Hispanic woman, you link up with the white man in this world, you have power. But that's coming to an end. Why is that coming to an end? Because the Most High is lifting up His true prophets. And what our job to do is to teach truth and bring our people back to the Most High, the true understanding of the Most High, dealing with this Bible. So with that, this is Priest Mathath. Just wanted to bring that out. We want our brothers to step up, our women to step up, everybody to get in order. Chilling with Israel. Hayashua al-Kanaz. Shalom.